Hello students. So in ninth lecture of solid state we will discuss about placing the third layer on top of second layer. So as we discussed in last lecture, we already placed two hexagonal two-dimensional layers on top of each other. Now we will try to place third layer on top of the second layer. So in this case we have two different possibilities. In first case we will cover tetrahedral void, and in second case we will cover octahedral voids. So that means third layer will either cover octahedral void or it will cover tetrahedral voids. And by doing this you will get two different type of three-dimensional layers or closed pack structures. So let us try to understand step by step. Now according to textbook's image, this is the first possible outcome. That means in this case we already have two layers stacked on each other. Now we used specific portion of the layers. So now we will try to create some unit cells out of this layer formation. So from the first layer we took a piece which contains total 7 spheres, 6 which creates hexagon and 1 at the center. On the second layer we used 3 spheres which creates a triangle. So in this case from the second layer we have a triangle, and bottom center sphere, that means sphere represented in red color, will be placed in empty space between these three spheres. So that means we have a tetrahedral void between these four spheres, three sphere from the second layer and one sphere from the first layer. So as we discussed earlier, we need four spheres to create a tetrahedral void. So in this case, from the second layer these three spheres will create a triangle, and the bottom sphere will be placed inside the depression of these three. So that's how you will get a tetrahedral void. Now this tetrahedral void will be open from the bottom side. That means it will be open here. That means when three spheres are placed close to each other like this, you will notice there is empty space between them here. So in this empty space we will cover it from the top side using third layer. That means this red sphere from the third layer will cover open end of this void from the top side, and you will get covering of tetrahedral void. Now as you can see, this is our tetrahedral void at the center of this four sphere. So as we can see, this sphere is open from the bottom side. This void is open from the bottom side. Now if you can place a sphere here, then you will cover this opening of the tetrahedral void from the bottom. So we will do it by using spheres of third layer. We already have two layers, and we observed multiple tetrahedral voids in those two layers, and now by placing third layer on top of these two layers we will try to cover tetrahedral void in our first case. Now here we have three different layers, hexagonal two-dimensional layers stacked on top of each other. So we already discussed about two layer formation, and the bottom two layers are exactly aligned as mentioned previously, and we placed third layer on top of it. So now main thing here is to observe that if we compare bottom layer and upper layer, that means bottom layer and upper layer, then spheres of these two layers are aligned exactly same. That means if bottom layer is called A, then we have center layer which is placed differently. That's why we will call it layer B. But third layer is exactly aligned as the first layer, so we have to call it again A. So here we have AB type of configuration. Okay, so ABAB type of stacking will give us this type of configuration. So let us observe. So as you can see, two spheres which you can see with different colors from bottom layer and top layer, they are exactly aligned on top of each other and they are similar. So remaining spheres are exactly aligned as it is. That means if we compare bottom and top layer, they have same type of configurations of spheres. That's why they are same type of layer. Now let us talk about octahedral voids first. So as you can see, octahedral voids from first two layers, they are open from the both sides, and by placing third sphere layer, it is open again. They are not closed or covered. So you can see here, you can see through these octahedral voids. So now let us talk about covering of tetrahedral void. So let us find tetrahedral void first, and then we will try to cover it, and we will separate a portions from these three layers which represents covering of tetrahedral void. Now we will remove extra spheres which are not required to represent our configuration. So from first layer, if we remove these spheres, now we will concentrate on this single sphere present at the center. So now from first layer this yellow sphere, and from the second layer three red spheres which creates a triangle, we have tetrahedral void between them, which you can see here. So we are talking about this portion of the image. So 3 from the bottom and 1 from the 4. So this creates a triangle, and on the triangle, in the depression of these three sphere, we have fourth sphere from the upper layer, which creates tetrahedral void. Now let us talk about bottom layer. So from the bottom layer, one sphere is in contact with these four spheres. So let us remove extra spheres from the bottom. So this highlighted sphere is in contact with four sphere mentioned above. Now all the additional spheres are removed, and now we have a portion which is covering of tetrahedral void. So these five spheres, one from bottom, one from top, and three from center. So as you can see, we gave different color to identify these five spheres. So as you can see from the top side, three blue sphere and one yellow sphere creates a tetrahedral void, and this tetrahedral void was open from the bottom, and now this bottom green sphere is covering the open end of that tetrahedral void. So this is covering of tetrahedral void. Now bottom side of this also creates a tetrahedral void. 3 center sphere has a depression from the bottom side as well, and green sphere from the bottom layer is covering it. So it also creates a tetrahedral void at the bottom. Now next main point is this top sphere and this bottom sphere, they are present on same axis. That means they are aligned exactly same, and this is true for remaining top and bottom layer spheres. That means they are aligned in straight line, or they are aligned in on same axis. So that means if top layer is A, then bottom layer is also A. Both are same type of layer, and center layer will be different. So that's why we will call it B. So that's why here we have ABAB type of configuration, and it gives us covering of tetrahedral void. Now this ABAB type of configuration creates hexagonal unit cell. We discussed about different type of crystal systems earlier. So we discussed that we have 7 different type of crystal systems, and they have their own possible variations, and out of those 7 crystal system we had hexagonal unit cell, which has only one possible variation, which is primitive unit cell. So this is a hexagonal unit cell. So now let us discuss it first. So this is the figure mentioned in textbook, so little bit correction first here. So these two spheres are not actually present there. We have three different layers. This is bottommost layer, this will be center layer, and this will be topmost layer. So bottom layer is A, then center layer will be B, and top layer is again A type. So here we have AB type of stacking. So from the bottom layer you will get total 7 sphere. So first of all, correction in this image, how we get 7 spheres. So 1 2 3 4, fifth will be here, sixth will be here. If we connect center of these spheres, you will get a hexagonal shape, and one will be present at center. Okay, so bottom layer has total 7 sphere. Now center layer will have 3 spheres, and the location of these 3 spheres will be here, 1 2 and 3. These 3 will create a triangle. Now point to be noted here, 3 from the second layer and 1 from the bottom layer. These 4 spheres will create a tetrahedral void. Okay, so this 4 will create tetrahedral void. These spheres are not actually present here. Okay, so this is the print mistake in textbook. Now next thing, from the first upper layer, so all the spheres of the topmost layer are exactly as the bottom layer. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 sphere at the corner of hexagon and 1 sphere at the center. Again between top and bottom layers, that means first and center, you will get a tetrahedral void. That means 3 sphere from the center and 1 sphere from the top will create a tetrahedral void again. Okay, so you will get 2 tetrahedral voids in this configuration, one here and second one is here. Okay, so 2 tetrahedral voids are attached with each other from their bases. So this is the figure mentioned in textbook. Now let us find this type of shape in our ABAB type of stacking in 3 dimension. Now you can see the same thing from the image mentioned in textbook. So as you can see, this is our unit cell formation, and this type of unit cell formation is obtained from this type of ABAB type of stacking. So how? Let us discuss it. So as you can see, from this region, bottom region, we have total 7 sphere, which we discussed here as well. Now from the center layer we have 3 spheres, which we discussed here, and from the top layer we have again 7 sphere. So this will be our top layer. Now from the center layer, these 3 will create a triangle, and bottom red sphere will be placed in the depression. Similarly, center layer will create a triangle, and this top center sphere will cover it. That means this red sphere will be placed in the depression of these 3 sphere from the top side, and bottom red sphere will be placed in the depression of these 3 sphere from the bottom side, and this is hexagonal unit cell. Okay, and in short it is called HCP, hexagonal close packing. Now let us try to obtain hexagonal close packing unit cell in this case. So let us remove extra spheres which we do not require to represent the shape. So as you can see, from the topmost layer we used total 7 sphere, so which creates a hexagonal layer. Now similarly we will select some of the spheres from the center layer. So as we discussed in previous image, 3 spheres from the second layer will be participate to create hexagonal unit cell. So now from the center we have 3 spheres. Now bottommost layer will also have configuration just like topmost layer because they are same type of layers. So we will select total 7 spheres from the bottom structure as well, just like topmost layer. So now from the top layer you can see we have hexagonal shape created here. So 6 from the surrounding and 1 at the center. If we connect the center of the surrounding spheres, you will get a hexagonal shape. Now similarly, as mentioned in previous image, center sphere will create a triangle. So as you can see, if we connect the center of this 3 sphere from the center layer, it gives a triangle shape. And now let us talk about bottom layer. So bottom layer and topmost layer, they are exactly same. So we have to choose 7 sphere from the bottom layer just like top layer. So here we selected them. So now here we have a unit cell which is hexagonal unit cell, which you can see in this image. From the topmost layer we have 7 sphere, from the center we have 3 sphere, and from the bottommost layer we have again 7 sphere, which creates hexagon. So hexagon on the top, triangle at the center, and hexagon on the bottom. So this is our HCP, that means hexagonal close packing, and this is hexagonal unit cell. Okay. Now let us talk about second possibility. So as you can see in this image, we have 3 layers. So if bottom layer is of type A, then second layer, which is represented by this red sphere, it is different from the bottom layer, so we have to call it B. And topmost layer is different from both of them, so that's why we have to call it C. So here we have 3 different layers: bottom A, then we have center B, and topmost C. So in this case we have ABC type of configuration. So in ABC type of configuration, we will cover octahedral void from top and bottom by placing 4th layer. Okay, so that means we will create a octahedral void from the center 2 layers B and C, and we will cover that octahedral void opening from top A layer and bottom A layer. That means first bottom layer is A, then we have second layer B, then third layer C, and on the top of it again you will get A type of layer. So ABC type of repetition will be observed in this structure. Now to obtain this type of configuration, we need to cover octahedral void from the both side. So let us talk about octahedral void. As we discussed earlier, 3 sphere from the first layer and 3 spheres from the second layer, total 6 will create octahedral void. So here we have octahedral void. So as you can see, we have set of 3 spheres. These 3 belongs to same layer, and blue spheres belongs to same layer. Now if we observe this void, that means empty space between this void sphere, sorry, so you can see through it. So octahedral void is open from both the opposite ends. Now you have to cover these openings with the spheres of other layer. So which you can see here, we have openings on the both side. Now just assume we have 2 different layers. So if we place a sphere on the depression of these 3 spheres, that means here, so this topmost sphere is not present on the same axis as the yellow sphere or blue sphere. So that means it has different type of orientation. That's why we have to give it different name. So we have 3 different layers here. Now let us try to obtain this type of configuration from 3 layer configuration. Now let us obtain this type of configuration from this layer formation. So first we will choose required portion and ignore remaining spheres. So as you can see, we first choose 3 spheres from the bottom layer. And now let us choose required sphere from the second layer. So as you can see now, we have 3 spheres from the second. Now bottom creates a triangle like this, and the center layer creates a triangle like this. Between these 6 spheres, you will get octahedral void. Now let us select sphere from the topmost layer. In this case, we will select only this sphere because it is present on the top of the 3 sphere, and let us ignore remaining. So now you can see that void is covered from the top side. Now you cannot see through it because of presence of yellow sphere on the top. Okay, so this is called covering of octahedral void. Now here we have to note that from the 3 green sphere you will get a triangular shape, and in the depression of these 3 sphere we have this yellow sphere. That means they are creating a tetrahedral void. That means by covering the octahedral void you will get a tetrahedral void. So that's how you will get ABC type of configuration. In this case, bottommost, if it is A type, then center one will be B type and topmost will be C type. So you will get ABC type of repetition here. Okay, so ABC stacking will give us covering of octahedral void. Now this type of ABC stacking will give us FCC unit cell. That means face centered cubic unit cell or face centered closed pack structure. So you will get a FCC unit cell or face centered unit cell. As you can see in this case, you will get 8 corner spheres and 6 spheres at the center of face, as we can see in this image. So these green circle represents spheres present at the corners, and these spheres are present at the face centered location. So from ABC type of stacking you will get this type of unit cell. So how will you get this type of unit cell? So in description of textbook, as you can see, this image is mentioned. From this image, first let us discuss. So we have one sphere from the bottommost layer, then we have total 6 spheres selected from the second layer B, then we have again 6 spheres selected from third layer C, and again from the top A type of layer we choose one sphere. If we stack all of these spheres on the top of each other, you will get this type of configuration. In this configuration, first just assume we are connecting center of spheres. So if we connect center of this green sphere with the center of this pink, then pink to orange and orange to pink and green to pink, you will get a square shape. If we connect center of the center spheres, you will get this type of shape. That means you will get a cubic shape which has spheres at the face centered locations and corner locations. So as here first note that from the B layer we have 6 spheres which creates a triangle like this, and from the C layer we have again 6 spheres which also creates a triangle but in opposite direction. Okay, now let us try to find this type of shape in our 3-dimensional figure. Now in this 3-dimensional image we have to separate out our face centered unit cell. So for that we need total 4 layers as mentioned in textbook. So instead of placing whole new layer, we will place a single sphere from the 4th layer. So to create a unit cell from this three-dimensional arrangement, we will again remove additional sphere which are not required. So now we removed extra spheres from the top layer, and you can see this formation of sphere is just like mentioned in textbook. These six spheres are creating a triangle, and now we will choose same type of triangle from the second layer, that means red spheres. And note that triangle from the second layer will be opposite from the first layer. Okay, so this second layer also creates a triangle with six spheres, but it is opposite from the first layer. First layer creates triangle in this direction, that means topward direction, while the second layer creates triangle in opposite direction, which you can see here. Now note that these three spheres from the top layer and three spheres from the bottom layer, they are creating this type of configuration which creates octahedral void between them. So that means you are looking at octahedral void here. Now from the bottom layer we will choose a sphere which is covering the octahedral void, and we will erase remaining spheres. So now this is our image. So now we have bottommost layers one sphere, then we have six sphere from the green sphere layer, and then we have again six sphere from the top layer. And now we will place a sphere here. Okay, just like the bottom sphere. So now we have configuration just like mentioned in textbook. Bottom 1, then 6 from the second layer, then we have 6 from the third layer and 1 from the top layer. So this is the figure mentioned in textbook. Now from these four layers you will get this type of configuration, and now we will try to identify where our unit cell actually is. Okay, so this type of formation is actually face centered unit cell formation. Okay, let us try to find it. So first of all, corner sphere. So these are four corner sphere from the top, and this is 3 from the bottom. One will be behind these spheres. You are not able to see it because it is covered. So let us connect the center of these corner spheres. First of all, these are the face centered sphere. 3 are observed from the front side, 3 will be behind the spheres. Okay, so if we connect the center of the corner sphere, you will notice you will get a square shape. Okay, and if we connect this with center sphere, you will get a face centered location of sphere. So same type of observation can be done for remaining spheres. Okay, this is face center location. Okay, so if we connect other, you can see same type of repetition is observed. Okay, so this is face centered unit cell formation created from four different layers of hexagonal two-dimensional structures. Okay, so observation is a key to observe different type of geometrical shape in this case. So it depends on your perspective where you are looking from. So as you can see, it is slightly hard to find geometrical shape of FCC unit cell in this case, but you have to imagine in three-dimensional way in your brain to identify shape. Okay, so because of three-dimensional figures, this may seems harder. Okay, so that means you have to use your imagination power, and if you have any doubt regarding to these points, then you can ask me again. In next lecture we will calculate numericals regarding to voids.